And I'm in the field of. So I.
We'll call this meeting of the West Bay Municipal Water District Board of Directors and also the Metropolitan Water District Representatives Caucus and special meeting of the Board of Directors. And do we have a quorum?
Mr. President, I'll read through roll call. Director Gloria Gray,
Let's do the board.
Director Tommy Fabai, Director Desi Alvarez, Director Scott Houston, President Don Deere, Director Gloria Gray. Mr. President, we do not have a quorum, though we only have 2 discussion items on our agenda today, so I believe we're okay to proceed.
No action items. Right. Okay. Public comment?
Mr. President, we have not received any requests for public comment, though this meeting is being held both in person and virtually. If there's any member of the public that would like to speak, please indicate so by raising your virtual hand.
Right?
And I do not see any requests for public comment.
Discussion item number 4.
Yes, Mr. President, item 4A is a Pure Water Southern California update. And for the presentation, we have Gloria Y. Blomo, Program Manager of Metropolitan Water District. So Gloria, take it away.
Very happy to see you all here. Good afternoon. I'm Board of Directors. Visit everybody here. Today, I'm here to provide an update on Pure Water Southern California. This is slightly different from what I would normally provide. But this is essentially a repeat of the presentation what Matt had represented at our One Water Committee on April 13th. So please bear with me if you probably have already heard some of this information that you already know. Please. So in this presentation, I will outline the current implementation approach for pure water. Over the next several months, Metropolitan staff will continue to refine the approach and bring information needed back to our board to help a decision on program implementation. Thanks. Over the past several years, pretty much all of the pure water discussion took place at our engineering, operations, and technology, the EOT committee. As we move toward program approval, we will be broadening the discussion. EOT will still play an active role and focus on the technical aspects. And the Camp for Water subcommittee will review pure water assessments using a cohesive approach with the synergies, takeoffs, and integration with other relevant programs or projects. The One Water Committee will develop pure water as a resource to support our design decision. For pure water. The One Water will also be the committee that will decide on whether and how pure water will move forward. All pure water updates will be reported at the One Water Committee before makes a decision. We can see okay. Yeah. Right, next, please. Here's a brief history of pure water, Southern California. The program began in 2010 with early planning and feasibility studies for 100% IPR groundwater replenishment program. In 2020, Metropolitan began the preparation of CEQA documents and engineering studies for pure water, with funding also contributed by our program partners. Since the approval of DPR regulations in 2023, pure water transitioned to an IPR DPR program. During this period, Metropolitan also received an 80 million check from the state of California for the development of pure water. This funding was also used to advance early design development for the treatment and conveyance components of the program. In October last year, the preliminary camp for water assessment with the sub options, the staging options of 45, 75, and 150 MGD were presented to Metropolitan's board. Earlier this year, guiding principles for partnerships were approved in January. This is for the future agreement development. And the final EIR was certified in February by our board. So the EIR completion will allow us basically, it completes the planning and development phases of the program and allow us to transition into the implementation phase. Not shown here on the slide is our board recent unanimous approval of the biennial budget for pure water that took place last month. Next, please. Okay, you probably have seen this map many times, but the figure shows the 150 NGV pure water program. Shown in the lower left is the advanced water purification facility. The 84-inch diameter backbone pipeline is shown in blue. I think you can still see it. The green circles are the potential non-potable and groundwater recharge opportunities, which total approximately 90 MGD. These are the proposed deliveries to West Basin, like EWP, Long Beach, Central Basin, Three Valleys, and Upper Water. The orange line represents the pipeline that could deliver up to 60 MGD to our Weymouth water treatment plant for raw water augmentation. Alternatively, we could deliver water directly to our treated water feeders for treated water augmentation. For example, the middle feeder or the secondary feeder, just two examples. The potential DPR implementation scenarios have been prepared and it will be presented at a board workshop currently scheduled for June 23rd to go over these scenarios and demands and potential maybe reduction of pipe size or pipe lengths. Next, please. This slide shows the benefits of pure water outlined in the Camp for Water assessment, which were presented last fall. Pure water provides both supply benefits and operational benefits as shown on this slide. Next, please. We will use an incremental decision-making approach for pure water moving forward, which is consistent with the program budget. Over the next several months, Camp for Water and other sources of assessment will be shared with our board to help the board with the decision on pure water. We will then ask the board to consider starting the design for the initial stage. This will push the full approval of pure water by 2 to 3 years until after the
Now joining the meeting.
level. And this approval will
Transcribe.
conference, as I will discuss in a moment. Next, please. So what does the approval of pure water mean here? First, we will only be asking for approval of design for the initial stage in approximate fall this year, not construction. And second, we will be using the collaborative delivery approach, which is different than our traditional design build method for design and construction. So upon the completion of some level of design, it could be a 60, it could be 90%, which to be determined. The contractor would provide a guaranteed maximum price, the GMP, for the completion of the construction. This would provide Metropolitan with a price certainty after the GMP and then also offer offering if our board decide not to proceed with the project. Next, please. Finally, I'm going to talk about our next steps. I have divided the activities over the next few months by the committees that we'll be going to. At the Camp for Water Subcommittee, we will update the assessment into a cohesive approach that supports integration and development of low regret options. The result of this analysis will be presented approximately in August. That's the current. And pure water will be developed as a resource with a series of workshops to support the decision making. There will also be a quarterly update on Camp for Water in July at the One Water Committee. The board decision to proceed with the design will be made and also at the One Water Committee in the fall. About that time frame. The EOT committee will focus on the engineering aspects, including the DPR implementation strategy workshop scheduled on June 23rd. Award of DPR testing equipment procurement in August, and agreement with our partner, the sanitation district, later in the fall. Next, please. So this concludes my presentation. I'll be happy to take your questions.
First and foremost, President Deere, I did want to make note that Director Gloria Gray has joined us via the phone.
Oh, good. Hi, Gloria.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you.
We have any questions?
And then, yes, I did have a question. If you can go back one slide. I had a question related to the LATSD agreement. Do you assume that that'll be completed by September of 2026, given kind of what's being planned throughout the rest of the year and the decision-making point by the end of year 2026?
Just to clarify, we have a series of things that all need board approval. That will be all after the board make a decision.
Mhm.
So if the board decision, say, is August, then we will plan for September or later. But we have started our negotiation with the sanitation district and prepare the draft.
Mhm.
So once the board has a decision, we can quickly move into action to finalize that draft.
And do you anticipate that draft being brought to the board on or before September?
What's pending now is investment on our Camp for Water process.
Mhm.
So Camp is making, like what I had there, Camp is going to make some low regret investment recommendation, hopefully as early as May or until later in July. And they also plan a workshop in August. So that's the current time frame we're looking at. So if there's a workshop presenting the final assessment, at least in regard to pure water, we could have a decision probably in September. That's what we're hoping. Staff is hoping.
Thank you.
Gloria, can you, I guess, clarify budget adoption last month? Which activities will that cover?
Good question. So that budget was developed based on the understanding of what we could start the design activities through the collaborative delivery method. So that would be some treatment and some pipeline. The treatment would be up to a capacity, for example, 75 MGD. And so the design builder will have to probably complete a physical design report and provide a cost estimate at that point, and then proceed with additional design to the level, say 30-60%, and provide the GMP for our reference. And for the conveyance component, if the initial stage capacity is 45, we're probably gonna just do two pipe bridges, the Reach 1 and Reach 2. If we decided to go all the way to 75 MWD, then we need to do the 8 pipe bridges. So then we will have some design activities. So that gives us some certainty in the price. So right now, we only have the estimate based on, level 5, stable, level 5 estimate, and that could be refined with more design definition.
Do you anticipate that work to be done in 2 years, or that the funding will carry into future years for that work?
But that's again, another very good question. Really depending on when our board allow us to go out and release the RFPs, because that procurement process will take a good 6 to 9 months. And that kind of take away the time we have to actually do design. So once the design is started, I'm hoping early next year, that give us about 1.5 years. But we probably won't be able to utilize the entire budget that will be provided, but then it will continue. Our board is also waiting for a decision if we actually started that process. So, the actual timeline really depends on when we get a green light to go out and advertise for our.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions in the room? Or online?
Thank you very much for your presentation. All right. 4B.
Yes, Mr. President, 4B is an update on Metropolitan's education programs. And for the presentation, we have Benita Lynn Horn, the Education Team Manager for Metropolitan Water District. Thank you for being here, Benita.
Go ahead, sorry. Right, my name is Benita Lindhorn. I'm the Education Team Manager at Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. And I'm honored to be here today at West Basin to provide an update on our education outreach programs. Next, please. Want to do a bit of a sidebar before my presentation. I've been at MET now for 25 years and I've had a great partnership with West Basin since Daryl Ramos Young has been here for 20 years. We've worked together on many initiatives. In the past year, we've started working with Fritz Petropolis on a project that I'm going to describe a little bit later. So I just want to say that we're honored to just have a great partnership with West Basin and look forward to more programming in the future because they are respected regionally and throughout the state. So thank you. Next slide, please. For more than 40 years, the education team has delivered experiential and project-based learning opportunities that connect the classroom to the real world. Our programs are grounded in 3 priorities: conservation, community, and career awareness. Through these efforts, we're not just educating students, we're helping young people understand that the future of water is in their hands. So like West Basin, we offer a lot of STEM competitions, teacher institutes, Earth Day events, free curriculum supplements that are aligned to the California state standards for Common Core and science. We also offer weekly field trips to Diamond Valley Lake, our reservoir in Hemet, and Pure Water Southern California in Carson. Our framework brings our mission to life: ignite curiosity, inspire stewardship, and empower the next generation of environmental leaders. We want students who are water wise and not water wasters. Oh, Charles, my colleague Charles Gale is here. Charles, are you 25 years also? Yeah, we both started the same year. No, neither of us had gray hair then, so. But thank you for coming, Charles. All right, where was I? Okay, so we want students who are water wise, not water wasters. Our approach is grounded in strong pedagogy to provide intentional hands-on learning that mirrors the real world or has industry application. In our field trips or workshops, we have students build water filters or test pH levels and help them understand that they are simulating what a chemist or a technician does in the water industry. So we're not just talking about water, the students are beginning to see their role in protecting it. Next slide. So this is the program that I was talking about that I worked with Fritz for 6 months on. We've hosted many youth summits in the past. This was the first one on the topic of water reuse. The student teams could choose from 3 categories: engineering, water quality, or public perception. And they were mentored by volunteers from Metropolitan, West Basin, and regional water reuse chapters from LA, Orange County, and Inland Empire. So it's one thing to talk about the outcome or the metrics, but I feel a video always helps to kind of help capture the hope and spirit and promise of the day. So this was created by Joe Chavez Jr. Also, I wanted to say that's your college intern. Is it Jack Sheehan? Hey! Like, you owe me $20. All right, but you did a wonderful job. He was our lunchtime speaker.
Yeah.
All right, so glad to see you again. All right, so Desiree, I'm ready for the video now. Thank you. Next slide, please. So this upcoming photo, I think, is my favorite photo so far of 2026. And as you can see, this was a collaboration with West Basin Municipal Water District, Water Replenishment District, and then the National Water Reuse Association. And I was worried that week because it was February 19th. It was raining cats and dogs the entire week, but the students came and showed up, and we were so proud of them. So in this room, I stand before the leaders of today, but in this photo, we're standing before the leaders of tomorrow. And I meant to acknowledge you, General Manager Caldwell. Thank you. Here today. Okay, next slide, please. And this story just gets even better because of Ben Glickstein of the National Water Reuse Association. He worked it out where the top teams could make a presentation at the national conference, which was in downtown Los Angeles this year. So the 3 winning teams included Lennox Academy of Math, Science, and Technology, which is in West Basin service area, Oxford Academy, which is in Modoc, Orange County's service area, and then Downey High, which is in Central Basin's service area, Tammy's stomping ground. All right, so the audience was highly engaged and asked a lot of questions, and the students were very proud. And I mean, what a great thing to put on your college application or employment resume. And when students are given access to real world platforms, they rise to the challenge. Next slide, please. This is our newest program. It's only about 5 years old. It was our STEM replacement for Solar Cup, which is really where Daryl and I partnered a lot together. And this is where students have to create a conservation device made only of recycled or upcycled materials. They can only spend $50. That's kind of an equity measure to allow a lot of students to be involved. They came in on April 17th to our headquarters and made their final presentation in front of engineers. Just have to shout out our engineers who are just so awesome. Whenever we need them, they always help us with being a mentor or a career day or anything that we ask for. So we're grateful to our engineers. So when you combine innovation with mentorship, we empower students to become the problem solvers of tomorrow. Next slide, please. So our other investment is in teachers. That's where we really multiply our impact. And we're a major sponsor of SEED, the California Environmental Education Foundation. This is a partnership with LADWP, Las Virgenes, and then WRD, where we work with Janelle, who used to be here. We co-sponsor several institutes with Project WET and DWR, but SEED is the largest. There's 50 teachers, and that has a ripple effect of reaching about 1,000 students. This photo right here, the teachers at the end of their institute, they are asked to plant a tree to symbolize their commitment to environmental education. So we're grateful to Victor Ramirez and our facilities management team for allowing them to plant. This is in our courtyard patio out where the fountain is. So looking forward to that tree growing over the years. The middle photo is some teachers in the Eastern Municipal Water District's service area. They have a teacher institute also, and it culminates with a boat ride on Diamond Valley Lake. The teachers in the middle, we took on a trip to the Colorado River Aqueduct. We hadn't done that in about 10 years. And the teachers were like students all over again. They just gobbled up all the information. So it's a great return on their investment because they're going to take that information directly back to the classrooms. Next slide, please. College outreach. We have individual partnerships with colleges like Cal Poly, University of Laverne, Whittier College, but then we are a sponsor of Pendo Populous. They have a annual sustainability competition for colleges. And so we sponsor teams that are interested in water-themed projects. And then they have their culminating event at Caltech every year, usually around Earth Day. Next slide, please. So we still have our legacy programs. Our art program is almost 40 years old now. And usually we take the traveling art gallery around to all of the member and retail agencies. We don't come here, but I've been meaning to follow up, Daryl, and say that if you all want, you can put it like at a local library or museum if you want. You don't have to, but that's an option that's available to you. All right, and and the photo at the bottom are Choral Youth Fellows. We host about 3 high school interns every year, and the young lady in the hat is from Annie Moe Charter on Manchester, and that's from West Basin. So they have a lot of high quality candidates or students every year, and we look forward to that. Next slide, please. So the future is that we just hope to continue co-creating innovative programming with our member agencies and community partners, ensuring that our efforts remain relevant, responsive, and impactful. Right now, it's exciting to be working with Gen Z and Gen Alpha because they are not passive learners. They're engaged. They care deeply about the environment, and they're using social media and other platforms to advocate for environmental issues. So we want to continue to invest in them, mentor them, and build programs for them, and hopefully in our own small way, help secure the future of water like Pure Water Southern California is doing. Last slide, please. So that concludes my presentation. That's just a picture of our team, small but mighty. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
I didn't have it's not really a question. I just want to say thank you to you and the Metropolitan Water District team for always trying to find new opportunities to connect with the youth in the West Basin service area, but all throughout the Metropolitan Water District service area. It's not always easy to kind of roll with technology and be innovative as far as the programs that you offer, but you all continue to do that. And you can really see that with after the Solar Cup kind of ended, trying to find new opportunities to really engage young people and high school students. And so I just want to say thank you very much.
Thank you. That means a lot. And I forgot to say, I used to live in West Basin service area, so that's also why it has a better place in my heart. It's my Director Gloria Gray's territory.
Oh, wow. Are there any additional questions, Eric?
I'm curious how the educators were selected or found out about the Colorado River trip.
Thank you. So usually, well, since we hadn't done it in about 10 years, we invited teachers that had been part of our program, whether it was Solar Cup, Water Engineering for Good. But next year, we will probably advertise it more broadly and just invite anyone. We try to make sure it's equitable amongst our service area, so it's not all LA or not all. So sometimes a teacher might not get chosen if we have too many, say from LA Unified or something like that. So you have anyone in mind? We do have a link on our website for the waiting list, so please let us know. Carol?
Again, thank you for, the collaboration with your education programs. We just completed our art contest recognition ceremony last Monday. Two of the grand prize winners were within President Deere's division.
Great.
So Fritz, I'm sure, is already giving you the heads up that our 42 entries are going to be headed your way into your regional competition. And then as your new staff, Omar, is coming on board to conduct tours at Pure Water,
Yes.
we're so happy to host him next Thursday at our ECL water recycling facility. So you can see what we do and we can transfer some of our content and teaching props over to your effort.
It was important. Thank you. It was important to me that he come here. I really love the way you all make it more kinesthetic, where we're not just talking at them. They're learning, but you have little activities along the way. So I'm really glad that he's going to come and observe you all. And I hope we can adopt that in compliance with the Pure Water team. But yeah, so.
I hope the education team can continue even further, because I think it's very, very important that the educators and the young people learn about what's going on. You do a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, President.
Mr. Chair?
Director,
Can you hear me?
Director Gray? Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Well, thank you to Ms. Horn for the presentation. It really was great. And also the other presentation before, I wasn't able to make comments, but this particular program is extremely important, I think, when we talk about making sure young people become interested in water at that age, because it really is the path for careers in water. And so it's extremely important to continue the program. Thank you so much for what Met does, and also those there who are in charge of the program. Thank you for what you do, because it really is important, the exposure that the young people get in terms of learning about water education. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Gray.
Anything else?
Yes, President Jeter. We did have a question that came through the chat. And so I did. Oh, no, we're going to answer it because some people will review it. It was a question related to the Pure Water Southern California project, and asking for an elaboration on the West Coast Basin groundwater injection wells. It's important to note that West Basin's been working with the Water Replenishment District, WRD, as far as how we can maximize the use of the West Coast Basin. One thing that WRD has been looking at is potential inland injection in and around the Torrance area. And they have been conducting some modeling and looking to see exactly how they can utilize the groundwater basin a little bit more efficiently, maximizing the use of ultimately indirect potable reuse. So maximizing the use of recycled water in the region. And so we're going to continue to work with them on those efforts. But those would be constructed, obviously, if and when decisions are made by Metropolitan Water District as far as the Pure Water Southern California.
Any other questions? Director's comment, Director Gray, any comments? Your comments, actually. Okay, there's no other, any other agenda items? Guess not, right?
Nope.
So we are adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.